back in the building. It's that time again. We're back. Clash of Champions is on Sunday, and I'm going out of town, so we're doing this today because I'm going away for work. So I got my boys in the building. D-Lo, Mike, Phil, what's good?
What's goody is good as good as good.
It's good in the hood.
Alright, you guys know the deal. We look up the card. We're going to predict the matches. And I'm just going to get this out of the way now. I'm kind of on a hot streak when it comes to these things. So hopefully I can keep that going. Alright,
Bless you.
Thank you.
We're going to start with the pre-show, or what we would assume
Sorry.
is going to be on the pre-show. And that is the Cruiserweight Championship match, which is moving to NXT, for those of you that don't know. 205 Live is no longer going to exist, so they're moving all the Cruiserweights to NXT.
All the cruiserweights.
Yeah, no, but we don't have the king of the Cruiserweights. He's off in AEW.
That's AEW.
Yeah.
AEW. AEW.
Yeah. I'm not all in on AEW yet, honestly. But that's another story for another time. Cruiserweight Championship match. It is the champion Drew Gulak versus Lince Dorado and Humberto Carrillo. So this match is kind of weird because it was supposed to be a one-on-one match. And then last week they said no, it's going to be a two-on-one. It's going to be a triple threat because Dorado beat Carrillo in a one-on-one match. And then last week they teamed together to face Tony Nese and Drew Gulak, and Dorado got the pin. It was a bunch of weird shit going on. But anyway, so we're going with that first. Phil, you know more about 205 Live than most of us. You can go first. Who you got and why?
My gut tells me that Drew Gulak is going to retain, but I feel like considering Dorado and Humberto are both wild cards because Humberto is getting pushed to the goddamn moon, like such big of a push. So my gut says Gulak, but my optimism says Humberto Carrillo.
So who are you going with? Are you going with your gut or are you going with your instincts?
Instincts. I go with Humberto Carrillo.
Mike?
No, we need to emphasize it. We need to emphasize it as a troll. It's Alberto.
Nah.
Carrillo.
No, it's not Alberto, first of all. It's Humberto.
Sounds like Alberto to me.
Yeah, well. You should know better than that, you Spanish fuck. Now, who you got and why?
Nigga, Drew Gulak's gonna retain this shit. I don't see any of them winning that shit.
D-Lo?
I'm gonna be very honest. I don't watch 205 Live like I should. So these other two competitors, I don't know them as well. So I'm going with a safe pick. I'm just gonna pick Drew Gulak to retain.
How do you not know Lince Dorado? He's part of Lucha House Party.
Oh, my bad. I meant the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Humberto,
Yeah, that's
my
fine.
bad.
If you don't know Humberto Carrillo that much because you don't watch 205 Live or NXT, that's fine. I understand that. But if you say you don't know Lince Dorado, I'm gonna swear.
No. Okay, well, I know Lince Dorado. Just he hasn't been pushing forever. So I'm just gonna go default pick Drew Gulak just because he's a safe pick and I know him very well. So
See,
He's got the highest percentage of winning.
I want to say Carrillo's gonna win this match, but the problem is Drew Gulak just got Tony Nese back as a full-on heel mode, and it's hard for me to pick against Gulak when you have Tony Nese as a wild card and we don't know what's gonna happen. So I think Carrillo and Dorado will probably cancel each other out, and Gulak will pick the bones and win the game. So we're gonna go with Gulak there. Alright, main card. I don't think this will be the first match, but it'll probably be one of the first matches. And it's the Raw Tag Team title match. The champions Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. I don't know why they're a team, but they're a
Team Rudolph.
Yeah,
It's
Team
Team
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Tom Campbell from Cultaholic for the new name for this team, Team Rudolph. Um, Mike, who you got and why?
This one was just like, I don't see what they're doing with Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. They're just throwing them together and seeing if they'll meld. And I'm like, no. I want this feud. I want this feud between the champs to see who becomes the double champ forever.
D-Lo.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world. Glorious.
Oh Lord, you suck ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I feel like it's gonna be like a similar situation. I don't remember the team, but it was Seth Rollins and somebody else. I don't remember. It was a long time ago
Rollins and
where they lost the tag.
So you're going with the new age
Yeah.
Rick Rude?
No, but there was a similar situation. I don't remember when, where I think Seth Rollins teamed up with somebody, won the tag titles, and then next pay-per-view they lost the tag titles.
Jason Jordan.
And thank you. I think that was him. I think that was him. But regardless, they're gonna lose the tag titles. Because it'll be very awkward to have them fight while they're tag champs. So
No, it's not awkward. It's hilarious.
I
Alright.
think it's hilarious too.
I mean, no, I didn't say it was not hilarious, but it'd just be awkward.
It wouldn't. Dude,
Um,
Braun Strowman kept looking at Seth Rollins, going like, "I want to be champ."
honestly, the only way I can see Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode winning this match is if the OC interferes.
They could.
It's a
They
possibility.
could. That's a
But-
strong possibility.
I'm gonna say that Strowman and Rollins are gonna retain because it makes the title match more interesting if they're still tag champions. And that's literally my only reason. It makes the Universal Championship match more appealing is if they're tag champions, in my opinion.
Right.
Phil?
I'm sorry, but the team of new age Shawn Michaels and Ravishing Rick Rude is not going to beat Seth and Braun, because as soon as the match starts, Braun's going to Leroy Jenkins beat both their asses and retain the fucking titles. Done deal. Move on. Next match.
I don't think it'll be a squash, but yeah.
Braun Strowman's
mean-
gonna kill somebody though.
I also think why put them together if you're just gonna have them lose at the next, at their first pay-per-view together.
Exactly.
That's like killing their push like super bad. That's why I think that's like another reason why I think they're gonna win. Just it makes no sense for them to lose when you're trying to put them over.
Well, but
But of course, this is WWE. They've done this before, so
Technically, they're not trying to put him over. They didn't know what to do with
the rest
Bobby
of the
Roode
tag,
and
yeah, with the rest of the tag team division. Like, I think they missed out on an opportunity to put the Viking Raiders in this position.
Yeah.
Because
Viking Raiders need
they-
a shot.
They had the Viking Raiders and the OC disqualified from a match because they couldn't contain them. They couldn't control themselves. I kind of feel like if that hadn't happened, the Viking Raiders would probably be in this position and not Ziggler and Rude, and then maybe they would lose the titles. But I don't know. This is a weird match to call. It's up in the air. It's not an obvious one. I don't think. I don't think any of these are obvious, honestly, except for one. But moving on, we're gonna go to the match that I think is obvious, which is the Intercontinental Championship match. The champion Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz. And since I think it's obvious, I'm gonna go first. I'm picking Shinsuke to win. And my reasoning is there's two reasons, but the one main reason is very simple. Shinsuke's a SmackDown superstar. The Miz is a Raw superstar. They're not going to have the US title and the Intercontinental title both on Raw. So Shinsuke's gonna win. And the secondary reason is because they just put Sami Zayn and him together to this big push, to give this guy a bigger push. So I would expect that Shinsuke is gonna keep the title for a little while, at least until until Survivor Series, until after Survivor Series. Excuse me. Phil, who you got and why?
Sorry, no speak English.
No speaking English.
It's fucking Shinsuke all the way. I'm going with the King of Strong style.
D-Lou.
I am also going for Shinsuke, but for a different reason.
Oh, so I have to hear.
He's well, it's sort of what Adrian said, that he's gonna get a push with Sami Zayn, but I feel Shinsuke has not been used at all since winning the IC title. So it'll be weird for them just to make him lose it if he hasn't even been on TV long enough for it, you know. So might as well give him the win here and continue what he has with Sami Zayn and see if that goes anywhere.
Mikael Rossington III.
King Sasa!
I guess it's unanimous.
Nigga, that shit's free. That shit's reading. That's like reading a book.
I think that's the most obvious choice. I think this is the most obvious match on the card. I think there's one more that
Other
could be
than the
considered
U.S.
obvious,
title.
but- well, I'm not sure about the U.S. title yet, but we'll get to that right now because that's where we're going next. United States Championship match. The champion AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander, who's been getting a huge ass push for the last, I don't know, 5-6 weeks.
Almost a month.
He's got, it's more than that. It's like a couple months. He's got a clean pinfall victory against Drew McIntyre. He's pinned AJ Styles. You know, he helped win the 6-man tag not that long ago, and then the 10-man tag last week. Like, he's on fire. But Phil, who you got and why?
I'm gonna go with Cedric.
Wow.
Really? Why?
And
Wow.
he has to go with the brother, man. Not being racist or anything, because I'm also black, but
No, there's
you
a
know.
reason. There's a reason. There's a reason.
Well, I would love to hear this reason.
Reason one. Cedric, agreed, is getting the biggest push ever. He is too good of a goddamn talent to be overlooked. And if there's anybody on the current roster that I believe could beat AJ, like clean, no bullshit, no OC, no shenanigans, I believe in Cedric Alexander. Second reason, when AJ's contract for WWE is up, that's it. He's going to retire.
It's not a bad reason. D'Lo, who you got and why?
They don't want none. I'm going for AJ. Nothing against Cedric. Nothing against Cedric. I like Cedric. I think it's way too early for him. Way too early. Yeah, he got a couple of wins. Good wins.
Did you forget current, like, former cruiserweight champion?
Yes, I know. I know he won the title before. I'm just saying.
At WrestleMania, mind you.
That's just, I mean, Phil,
I know,
that's his choice
but-
and that's his reason. It's not that
I
he
know,
doesn't know
but-
about all that stuff. He's just choosing AJ because that's his reasoning.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just giving him shit. I'm just giving him shit.
No, okay, I know. But no, I got AJ winning. Maybe the next time they fight, he'll win the title. But right now, against AJ, I don't see it. I
Yeah,
really don't.
There's a good chance that AJ will retain the title because I'm pretty sure that his run with Gallows and Anderson, the OC, is kind of like his swan song before he decides to hang up the boots.
Yeah, well, too bad the OC don't have a match on this card. Anyway,
I mean, don't wait. Talking about don't AJ? Like, doesn't AJ have like a 5-year contract or something? Like, do we know how long they signed for?
It's signed for a year. When that year is up, they have to renegotiate.
Well, no, he said after the end of his contract, he's done.
he's not signing another contract. So But the question D'Lo is asking is when is his contract up?
I believe his contract is up.
I think it's two
I
more
think
years.
a
Isn't it?
little bit after,
WrestleMania.
not WrestleMania. I think it might be a little bit after Rumble.
No, I think it's after WrestleMania.
Oh,
Uh,
regardless.
I
Regardless.
didn't fact check that, but I
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed a new contract. Hold on. I can tell you right now. Okay. Yeah, he signed his last contract with WWE in March.
How long ago?
I just said he signed his his extension in
No, 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 no. How long is extension?
It looks like it was a 3-year extension.
Okay. Oh yeah, so he still has time. Yeah, he could lose to him in like another day. But for now, AJ's winning.
okay. That changes things, but I think I'm still gonna go with Cedric because I think Cedric is ready for a US title run. They gave it to Ricochet, and Ricochet did a good job with the title, even though it was more like a transitional period.
It was a transitional period. Let's not beat around the bush.
Mike, who you got and why?
I flipped the coin.
It's like AJ versus Cedric. You mean match of the night?
That's not going to be
I
match of the
flipped
night.
the-
I hate to break the news to you.
It's not going to be match of the night, but I flipped the coin for this one.
And
It landed
what-
on heads, which
So-
was going to be AJ Styles retaining.
So you got AJ Styles retaining.
Yeah. I agree. I think AJ's going to retain right now. I love Cedric Alexander. I think he's really great and awesome in the ring. But the threat of the OC on the outside is too much of a factor for me to not go with AJ. It may end up being 3-on-1, and it may just end up being too much. If they were gonna have another U.S. champion that wasn't AJ, they would have just put it back on Ricochet, because Ricochet was doing phenomenal with the belt. So I think AJ will win this match.
Also, in the walking pair of jorts appears.
Maybe, but I don't think that's a possibility either. What I would say is AJ's gonna win now, and we have Survivor Series coming up not that far away. There's a Hell in the Cell, and I think after Hell in the Cell is Survivor Series. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I would think they would
Where-
have a like if things go the way that I think they're gonna go in my head, either they're gonna have AJ fight Ali, because I think Ali's gonna end up with the Intercontinental Championship by the time Survivor Series comes around, and that's a match I'd love to see. Or maybe have AJ Nakamura go back at it again.
Actually, you mean the right way.
Yeah, the right
Not
way.
Not the nut kick jamboree.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I'm going for AJ.
Not
Like,
the he keeps kicking me in the dick.
I can see that as a possibility. So I'm kind of thinking a little far ahead, but you know.
You're surprised I didn't pick AJ on that one, did you?
Not really. I figured you would go.
I
for
was
Cedric.
surprised.
Honestly, I thought you were going for Cedric anyway, so I'm not shocked at all. Moving on, we're gonna go to the women's tag team title match. We have the champions Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, also known as Fire and Desire.
Good
D'Lo.
names.
D'Lo,
AKA
who's
you
that?
mean Corey Graves'
Lesbian.
wet dream.
Well, Corey Graves
Yeah.
can suck the biggest, blackest dick he can find. Anyway, D'Lo, who you got and why?
I have Alexa and Nikki.
Big shocker.
I mean, do I need to explain the reason?
I would like a real reason and not your fetish for Alexa Bliss reason.
Biased.
I know, right?
D'Lo's penis speaks for itself.
I mean,
I mean, where's the lie though?
so do you have a
His
real reason?
libido
Why,
has spoken.
do you have an actual reason why you're picking them, or is it just because you're biased?
God damn.
Mostly because I'm biased.
Mm,
I don't see them losing the titles regardless either way.
okay.
I think they're pretty decent right now with the titles, but no, just mostly just because of Alexa.
Mike.
Who? The thing is, like Mandy Rose. Ugh. This heel stuff about being ugly and stuff like that. I'm like, this is going nowhere. This doesn't feel like it's gonna go anywhere.
Yeah,
It's too cliche.
that is also stupid.
It's too cliche.
It's gonna end up like what happened when Alexa called Nia
Jax.
fat.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna end the same exact way.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that, and I'm just like, this is stupid. Just it's gonna be freaking.
Who's the right?
Nikki Cross keeping that belt. Nikki Cross and Alexa gonna keep that belt.
It feels me. I'll be like, who's the writer? Why do they need to get their ass kicked? Where's my beating stick?
You already know who the writer is for Raw.
Well-
So yeah, we kind of know who the writer is for Raw. So yeah,
You mean Eric Bischoff?
except for Mandy and Sonya are SmackDown superstars. So that tells you something.
That's true.
But Phil, who you got and why?
Not the Kabuki Warriors, don't give a shit. But if I had to pick, I'm sticking with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
I kind of want the Kabuki Warriors to actually get in the scene again and start winning.
Yeah,
How many
because right now
title
Asuka's
changes do I have?
Asuka's keeping busy by doing her YouTube channel, which is fun, by the way.
She played
Yes.
Mario Maker.
Right
I was
now she's
happy
playing-
watching that.
She's probably playing Monster Hunter right now, though.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
probably.
She's good with them blades, dude. Those twin swords.
Dual blades. Anyway, I am honestly not sure about this match. I have a couple of title changes on the card. And I feel like there are no other real challengers in the women's division right now other than the Kabuki Warriors, but they're not doing anything with them right now, so I really can't see that nonsense yet. So I'm gonna be the oddball, and this is just a shot in the dark pick, but I'm gonna take Fire and Desire to win the women's titles.
Yeah, I want I'll be with you on that because I want Alexa and Nikki to retain, but I do sense a title change in that match because
It's not that
I can't
sense
deny
the
how-
title change so much. It's just
Mhm.
of all the matches that I look at on the card that could have title changes, there's only one other one that I can pretty much guarantee is gonna get changed. And we're gonna get to that when we get there, but
yeah,
I think this
can't
is
deny
the
how-
other one that could possibly change hands. Like
Yeah,
I like the whole Nikki and Alexa thing, but I feel like there's gonna come a point where Alexa's gonna want to turn on Nikki.
you know she will.
And
Yeah, but not right now.
this is the opportunity to do it because Hell in the Cell's coming up after it, and you know Nikki's a maniac, so I could potentially see Fire and Desire winning, and I'm gonna pick them just cause yeah.
Like
Bes-
I can't deny how well Deville and Rose work together. They make a good they make a good team. So
I mean, they're a better team than Peyton Royce and the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billy Kay. At least I think so.
Iconic.
Yeah, and they gave the Iconics the tag belts after Bailey and Sasha. So, you know,
Mhm.
I would rather see.
You have got to be joking me.
I'd rather see Fire and Desire with the titles than, you know.
you know what? You convinced me. I'm changing my answer. You convinced me.
You are denied changing your answer. This is you pick and you pick. Because
Okay.
you do that shit all the time.
No, don't leave the white girl club.
I mean, they're all white girls technically. He wouldn't be leaving the white girl club.
I mean, what is Sonya?
Sonya's
pure?
Italian. Sonya's Italian.
Okay.
And Mandy's as white as they come. So.
Yes.
Just with a nice tan.
Mm-hmm. And a hell of a booty, ain't gonna lie. Jesus Christ.
Ain't
moving
gonna lie.
Gonna move on from that. We'll do that later. SmackDown Tag Team Title match. We got the champions, The New Day, versus the Revival. Again, this is getting old for me. Revival with title opportunity after title opportunity. It's getting old. Mike, who you got and why?
I want the New Day to retain so bad. Same.
Uh-oh.
But
I have like the sinking feeling that it's gonna be literally like ripped from the hands of the New Day. Because I'm gonna see like ripped from the hands of the New Day, and then all of a sudden Randy Orton wins the WWE Championship, and I'm just gonna be like, oh my god.
well,
What's happening?
if you people out there have kept track with this predictions channel, when it comes to predicting WWE, it doesn't matter whether he thinks Randy Orton is gonna win or lose. He's always gonna pick Randy Orton. That's just how he is.
You goddamn right.
So when we get
why?
no, we're not starting that now. When we get to the title match, you can just ignore him because that's gonna be his pick, and we already know that. Anyway, so you're picking the Revival, Mike?
No, I'm picking the New Day.
Oh, okay,
This
good.
one. I have a sinking feeling in the back of my head that says Vince McMahon gonna do some bullshit.
Yeah, possibly. Phil, who you got and why?
I want to roll with the New Day. But I don't know. I feel by the end of the match, you're going to have some rednecks wearing the blue belts.
You mean stakes and weights?
I would
Damn,
rather see Heavy
I didn't know they were in this match.
I was like, I'm sorry, but I'd rather pick Heavy Machinery over the Revival to win tag titles, man.
Well, yeah.
But just because I just really don't like... I respect the Revival, I just personally don't like them. I'll go with the New Day.
D-Lo?
You guys know me. I love the Revival. I think they're one of the best tag teams. But they're not winning. Because I know Vince is like, well, these guys are going to leave soon. Why am I going to give them the belts? So, there's no reason to give them the belts, especially if they're leaving soon. So, that's it. Going with the New Day.
For me, it's unanimous. I'm going with the New Day, but my logic is a lot more simple. The New Day are the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions because they're SmackDown superstars. The Revival are Raw superstars. We're not going to put the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles on Raw superstars. The New Day are...
I mean, honestly, they could just change that. It's not...
No,
it's not really a big thing.
They're not going to change anything until they have the second draft in October. So, until then, at least for now, the New Day will be retaining the titles because the Revival are not SmackDown superstars. Very simple.
Okay.
I say if they... Like, here's a rule I would have established. If you win the Raw tag titles, congratulations, you're now on Raw. If you win the SmackDown tag titles, congratulations, you're going to Tuesday.
Yeah, well,
yeah, that makes sense.
That's not the rule. So.
I mean, with the wild card rule, it
no,
technically
the wild
is.
card is they can show up on those brands and have matches on those brands. But
yeah, but
anytime anybody on those brands has had title matches, they've all lost. It's gonna.
Who's Who's really following where everybody's going? I stopped losing track like after the second week.
I
I'm
mean,
like, I really don't care who shows up where.
I
It's
mean, I
all
don't
just a big
either, but
clusterfuck.
when it comes to titles, I pay attention to that.
Alright, fair enough.
Anyway, so we're all on the New Day there. All right, moving
Yeah,
on.
pretty much.
So we have three matches left, and I save these three matches for the end because they're probably the most hype matches on the card. The first one we're gonna go to is the SmackDown Women's Championship match. The champion Bayley versus the challenger Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte is going for a record 10-time women's champion if she wins
In her hometown.
in her hometown. This is in her hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina. This is a tough match. Phil, we'll start with you. Who you got and why?
I couldn't decide, man, but if I were to pick another gut versus optimism, because Bailey's now rolling with Sasha Banks, so she got an insurance policy, but the Queen's got the home field advantage. So I'm going with Flair.
Mike, do you agree with Mr. Phil?
What happened?
He's going with
Are you
Charlotte.
picking?
He's going
Are you
with
picking
Sweater
Charlotte or are you
Cows.
picking Bailey?
He's going with Sweater Cows. Do you agree with him?
Between Charlotte and Bailey? God,
Baby
Did
cakes
they-
Bailey.
did they keep
She got some baby
talking?
cakes.
Did they keep talking about the record being set all throughout like SmackDown?
They talk about it every single time she comes out.
Yep.
I have the feeling she ain't gonna win it. But knowing it because it's a Flair. If they want to draw, yeah, I would see Charlotte winning.
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna go next. I had a hard time with this match, honestly.
It's really hard to decide between those two.
Because I'm thinking ahead to Hell in a Cell as well and what could possibly happen. I'm gonna go with Bailey to retain. And most of my logic is honestly Bailey needs the win more than Charlotte does. The thing is that Bailey, every time she's been put in this position, she's lost. She hasn't had that milestone victory that we've been looking for. She beat Charlotte, but it was after Charlotte had a match with Becky Lynch, and it was with the briefcase. And Bailey's had the title ever since she cashed in. But I feel like with Sasha coming back and her partnering with Sasha and the resurgence that she's gotten from that, like she's kind of hype again because of everything that's happened with this, and people are like actually paying attention to her more now. So I feel like that's gonna help her in this situation. That, and 8 times out of 10, if you're in your hometown, you lose the match anyway. So I'm gonna go with Bayley to retain. D-Lo, who you got?
I got Baby. Mostly because Sasha's back. I feel like they're gonna have both of them as champs. Spoiler alert for my next pick. And yeah, in order for that to happen, she has to be Charlotte. And plus, with the whole thing with her father, I don't know if WWE's gonna punish her for that. So.
That I didn't even think about that. That's possible too.
Wait, what?
So
The whole
the
Ric Flair
whole
thing.
thing with Ric Flair threatening to sue for the man gimmick.
Oh, word? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so he's thinking that maybe they might punish Charlotte for that. I don't think they'll go that far because Charlotte doesn't have anything to do with that. But I get your point and your reasoning, and it makes sense.
Yeah, so I have Bailey winning.
Yeah, so we're 50-50 on this one between the four of us. Well, since we talked about the women, the SmackDown women, let's talk about the Raw women now. Raw Women's Championship match. The champion Becky Lynch versus the challenger Sasha Banks. And since you have a spoiler alert, obviously, D'Lo, go ahead and tell me why you think Sasha's gonna win.
Because they're gonna have her and Bailey as double champs of each brand. At least until October. So I think Sasha's gonna win. Plus, with her new heel persona, might as well push her the right way and make her be champ. Hopefully, she keeps it longer than a day. But other than that, I think she got it. I think she's gonna win.
Mike, who you got?
Between this one, it's another fucking coin flip.
And plus, Becky's had it since WrestleMania, so I think it's time for her to drop it.
Shit. You'll see her drop it a Survivor Series before that shit happens.
Survivor Series titles are not...
Yes, no, she can't drop a Survivor Series.
Yeah. Unless they have a special condition or something, she wouldn't drop at Survivor Series. Besides, Hell in a Cell before that.
I had a tough time for this one. I had a tough time for those. So, I'm just going with my gut. I'm just going to say Becky and just leave it at that.
Phil?
I'm going to be with Mike on this one. I'm going...
Want to say that again, Phil?
I'm going with the man. Because it's like Sasha Banks' heel persona is great. I dig it personally because to quote Angela Dawkins, blue is her color. but Becky's still too white hot even with the Raw title, so I'm going to stick with Becky.
This was the one other title that I knew that I feel like in my head was a guarantee to change hands. Because my heart says go with Becky because I love Becky Lynch. She's my favorite female superstar on the roster. But my brain says Sasha's going to win this match. And it makes sense for Sasha to win now. Especially because, like D'Lo said, they want to have Sasha and Bailey have the titles, and they wouldn't have brought her back and sign her a new contract for her, give her a new contract, without probably a clause saying that she would have to win the women's title. So, I think with that in mind, I'm picking Sasha to win. I mean, I hope she, in a way, I hope she doesn't. Because I want to see Becky stay with the title until after Survivor Series. Because I feel like maybe, like, Ronda will be back. And she'll win the SmackDown women's title. And then she'll be able to face Ronda in a one-on-one match at Survivor Series. But I don't know if that'll happen or not. But either way, I'm going to pick Sasha. Alright, we got one match left on the card. It's the Universal Championship match. The two guys pulling double duty tonight, or Sunday night.
I think we have we have 3 more matches left.
I forgot one other. I forgot one other match. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I did forget one other match.
The WWE Championship.
The WWE Championship match. I did forget the WWE Championship match.
Wait,
I'm
what?
sorry.
What about this other match I'm looking at? It's no
Roman
DQ
Gaines.
match. Yeah, Roman Gaines and Eric Rowan.
Huh.
Eric Rowan.
I did forget about that. You're right. That's how much that match matters in my brain. Is that I forgot about it. So let's go to that first. No disqualification match. Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan.
By the way, weird match to have in a Champions Only pay-per-view.
Yeah. It's the only match on the card that's not a championship match.
Because it's Roman Gaines.
Yeah,
Which
I mean,
means,
I guess
which means we know who's gonna win.
well, I understand that it's Roman Reigns, but I don't think Roman's gonna win this match.
He won't.
I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna find out that dun 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 Daniel Bryan was the real mastermind. We should have known about that like 5,000 years ago. But they've already made this last too long. They should just finally reveal Daniel Bryan as the mastermind. I'm picking Rowan to win with the help of Daniel Bryan. Mike, do you agree with me?
I actually agree with that.
It's perfect time to reveal Bryan so you can set up Hell in a Cell between Bryan and Roman, where Roman will get his win back. Roman doesn't need this win at all. Like, he literally doesn't need this win. It doesn't even matter. Phil, who you got?
I'm going with Roman. Only because, see, I wonder if Roman's fist will get buried in Eric Rowan's beard when he punches him in the face.
It's only a Braun Strowman.
I'm also
sorry.
going.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm not going with reverse Sheamus. I'm sticking with the big dog.
I am
Vince
also
McMahon's
going
hot,
for.
sweaty dreams.
Oh.
Vince McMahon's hot, sweaty dreams.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that is. Vince McMahon's hot, sweaty dreams.
I mean, I feel like they're going to put him in this match, not with a title match, just to make him lose. That's why I feel like he's going to win this. Plus, he has to get revenge for all those weeks that he's been going through hell. So.
I guess. I mean, it's possible, but we're split on this one. We're gonna move on to the WWE Championship match since I forgot that one too, like a dumbass. We got Mr. RKO himself, Randy Orton, versus the champion Kofi Kingston. We already know who Mike is going for.
He doesn't need to pick.
Mike doesn't even need to pick. We already know he's going for Randy Orton. D-Lo, who are you picking and why?
I think I have to go with Kofi. Because I feel like he's going to lose it on the first night of the SmackDown taping. Well, maybe not the first night, maybe the second night, but
It's not taped, it's live. But
well, you know what I mean, like that's the second live show. And he's going to lose it to... Yes. He's going to lose it to Mr. Bork Laser. So then Bork Laser could have his match at Survivor Series as a champion.
If you do that, then you might as well just put him against Braun goddamn Strowman.
Yeah, that's an idea, but we'll get to that.
Maybe. But regardless, I have Kofi winning. Plus he has to get his revenge against Mr. Orton.
Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got and why?
I'm going with Kofi because Kofi and Randy's storyline is really good. Plus, he has so much momentum going behind him, considering he reenacted that Madison Square Garden boom drop last Tuesday on SmackDown. So yeah, I gotta roll with Kofi.
Honestly, I've had a hard time with this match because there is one pay-per-view in between this one and Survivor Series, Hell in a Cell, and I could see Randy and Kofi having a Hell in the Cell match for the WWE title. So they've already had the double count out thing. So the only way I could see them having another match like that is if Randy Orton wins. So I'm not sure what to do, honestly. Like, I'm like 51-49. Do I go this way or do I go that way? How many championships do I have changing hands? I have 2 right now. I'm gonna stay with Kofi. As much as I would love to see Kofi, I would love to see them have a Hell in a Cell match, Kofi and Randy. I feel like it makes more sense for Kofi to win the match. Just to excise the demons that everything that's happened. So I'm gonna just go with Kofi. And go ahead, Mike. I guess you can do it now, because we're here at this match.
So I can actually do it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it now.
Na 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 na. Randall Keith, Randall Keith.
Alright.
Didn't resist, could you?
No, I let him do it. It wasn't resist. He resisted the urge until I gave him the word, and I appreciate that.
I just sat there and waited.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the final match of the card. Now, for real, the final match. It's the Universal Championship match, and like I said, these two are pulling double duty in the night. The champion Seth Rollins versus the challenger Braun Strowman. Mike, I'd like to hear your opinion on this match. Who you got and why?
Like, unless somehow Braun Strowman gets seriously injured during that tag match, or a kick to the dick, I see no way of Seth winning. I kid you not, I see no way of Seth winning.
I mean, how many times did we say that against Brock Lesnar and he still beat Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was gonna be my argument. Twice this year he beat him. It was even impossible for one time, but twice?
It took 6 stomps between the 2 matches, but he did it twice. And
plus, if you have...
he had like broken ribs the second time or some shit. I don't know. They were
plus,
trying to make
him think he
had broken ribs or whatever.
If you have Braun beat Seth Rollins anyway, I mean, that devalues everything that happened the last time of Brock beating Braun Strowman. So, Brock beats Braun Strowman beats Seth Rollins beats Brock. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I don't think it's weird, but my only thought process was, he it doesn't seem like Rollins should beat Strowman, but you know, they said that about Lesnar too, and he did it twice. So like, I'm not saying that Rollins will win, but yeah, I'm not saying that Rollins will win, but
You're saying they're like a random DQ?
No. I'm not even going that far. I'm not saying Rollins a winner or Strowman a win yet, because I'm not sure who I'm gonna pick yet. But I can understand where Mike is coming from. Is where I was getting at.
Okay.
So D'Lo,
there's so many things you could do.
Yeah, it's a lot of things you can do. So D'Lo, I'm assuming you're going with Rollins by what you just said.
Yes. I'm going with Rollins. Keep him. You already pushed him this far. What's beating Braun Strowman?
If he beats
You know.
Braun Strowman, then it's going to be him versus the Fiend at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, that's another
yeah.
thing to think about is Bray Wyatt is going to be fighting whoever wins this match at Hell in a Cell.
And I think it would make more sense for it to be Seth Rollins. I mean, you really gonna have Bray Wyatt try to scare Braun? He's gonna run over, just run over him. At least Seth, you'll have like a reaction. She'll push him, but she'll push Bray Wyatt. So
Phil, you're up.
Bill.
Hand
technical
down, man down,
difficulties.
apparently. So I guess we're
Pimp
just gonna
down. Donna Pimp and Distress.
Pimp and Distress. I guess we're not gonna go to Phil because he's missing in action. I guess I'll go next, and if he's not back by the time I finish, then we'll just call it there. Like I said, I had a hard time with this match. I would really love to see Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins, but I would really love to see Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman too.
Because the story you can pull out of that.
Yeah, well, that's part of it. You know, he would.
We were
because
family.
Because they were allies, he would know Braun Strowman's fears better than anybody. So it would be a good way to, show, a little weakness in Braun Strowman. Not in that sense that he's weak, but like, showing that he even as a monster he has fears.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pick Strowman to win. So I'm gonna pick Strowman to win. I feel like if you put Bray Wyatt against Seth Rollins, you're kind of handing the belt to Bray Wyatt before Survivor Series, which makes sense in a sense, but I'm not sure what they're gonna do with the SmackDown title, so I don't know. I don't want to make any presumptuous thoughts. But it's all leaning, like you said before, it's all leaning towards Brock Lesnar being the SmackDown, the WWE champion going into Survivor Series. And if they were gonna do that, I don't think they want to do Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar 3. I think they would rather do Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar 2, where Strowman picks up the victory and gets his win back. So I'm gonna go with Brock Lesnar to win.
Okay.
Or with Braun Strowman to win. I said Brock Lesnar like an idiot.
Bork Laser.
Yeah.
Bork Laser.
And Phil, are you alive? Are you back? Because if not, you will be.
What's the words Bailey uses?
Disqualified.
That's the words.
Well, Phil's MIA. You got our predictions, guys. I'm pretty sure Phil's going for Seth Rollins anyway.
He's going for burn it down regardless of who he chooses.
Yeah. But you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like. You know, we do this on the fly. We have fun with it, but we'd like to know what you guys think too. So let us know what you think. But for the MIA, for D-Lo, and for Big Mike, I'm your boy Zero. Deuces.